E-commerce has revolutionized the way we shop, but at the same time, it's opened up new avenues for fraudsters to exploit. We have to stop them. Hello, I'm Barka Herman from StarTree. StarTree ThirdEye is an automated anomaly detection system that runs on top of Apache Pinot. Today, I'm going to show you how it can help prevent fraudulent e-commerce transactions. Let's start with taking a look at the current e-commerce landscape and the challenges we face. One way to tackle fraud is anomaly detection. Normally, anomaly detection involves identifying transactions that deviate from the norm or baseline behavior, like if a customer makes an unusually large purchase or certain items suddenly start selling much more than usual. Finding these anomalies in real time is hard, and reacting to them in a timely manner is even harder. That's challenge number one. Sometimes anomalies are caused by a technical problem or a change in market conditions. Finding the right anomalies to tackle, say fraud, as opposed to sales being down because of a storm, that can be difficult. That's challenge number two. Usually, creating an anomaly detection system takes a lot of data wrangling, trial and error cycles, fussing with algorithm selection. That's challenge number three. StarTree's ThirdEye uses the data you've already got stored in Apache Pinot to identify patterns and establish a baseline for normal behavior. Then, ThirdEye continuously monitors all incoming transactions and flags any anomalies for you to review. So setup takes very little time, and it happens on existing data, and the monitoring takes place in real time. You can start your free trial for StarTree Cloud by going to startree.ai and choosing free trial. Let's say you're just getting started in StarTree Cloud and you need to onboard your data. When you log in, choose configuration and add data source. While you're there, point to your Apache Pinot cluster and just to keep things simple, select auto onboard all data sets. Now, let's start with creating an alert. Over here, select the alert, then create. You might want to be alerted on a single metric, such as sales dropped suddenly, or you may want to look at indicators that might contribute to the anomaly, such as sales only dropped for one store. You can choose basic or multidimensional alerts. Let's choose multidimensional. The next screen takes you to the dimension recommender. I'm going to select the fraud data set, which I've already created. I'm interested in failed transaction metrics, the payment type, and payment provider dimensions. I want to know what kind of transactions are resulting in fraud. We can adjust the time period to sample to establish a baseline. Let's pick the defaults. We can change the contribution percentage to set how sensitive our alert is. I'm going to click on the Generate Dimensions button and voila! We see some sample dimensions that might be of interest to us. You can see ThirdEye is telling us how big of an impact each dimension has on our fraud metrics. And instinctively, these do seem like interesting dimensions. I'm going to select dimensions over 10% impact. Of course, you can select any combination you like. With those selected, we'll create the alert. Now ThirdEye shows us some charts based on the dimensions we selected. We can already see that some of the payment method providers show higher transaction failures than others. For us to see anomalies related to these events, we need to select an algorithm. ThirdEye's anomaly detection algorithms are based on statistical analysis of your historical data. As a result, ThirdEye can quickly detect and flag fraudulent transactions while minimizing false positives. Let's select mean variance because we want to see the outliers based on standard deviations. We can see that anomalies are showing up. Go ahead and give this alert a name and save it. There you have it. You've created an alert using ThirdEye. Creating an alert is only step one in avoiding fraud. I mean, it's nice to know when things go wrong, but it's even better to know why. In order to detect and remediate fraud, we'll need to look into these reasons. In other words, some root cause analysis is in order. Let's select an alert that's been running for a while. Notice we can see some red lines. This means there are anomalies. Let's click on the View Details to see what's going on. You can click on the red dot from this view to see details of a specific anomaly. Let's investigate the anomaly to figure out the root cause. We can see the heat map that shows us a snapshot of how each dimension impacted the measurement. Blues indicate higher than normal, and red indicate lower than normal values. We can quickly see what contributed to this particular anomaly. We can also look at the top contributors here. But remember, not all anomalies are interesting. They're not all fraud. ThirdEye lets you define what it calls events to flag these. Things like Black Friday or Valentine's Day or Arbor Day. These help us avoid having to deal with false positives. Let's see an example. Select the Events tab. You can either find an existing event here, such as a sale in a particular location, or you can add an event, such as a coupon or a campaign that might explain the rise in sales number. Of course, your e-commerce business is not like any other, and you want your tooling to conform to you rather than you conforming to your tooling. For instance, ThirdEye can be tailored to detect specific types of fraud, such as account takeovers, fake reviews, or credit card fraud. Whatever it is you need. ThirdEye can also be integrated with popular e-commerce platforms such as Shopify, Magento, WooCommerce, and even custom-built systems. Again, we want to enhance what you do, not make you change the way you do it. E-commerce is an exciting, volatile, and sometimes even dangerous place. And you can't keep your eyes on every dimension of every transaction all the time. You need a tool that'll keep an eye on historic data and new transactions as they unfold in real time, helping you spot events that deserve your attention as they happen. To get started with StarTree ThirdEye, go to StarTree.ai and select free trial. Follow the instructions and join us on Slack for more.